Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day. KELOLAND Media Group is accepting donations for the Teddy Bear Den as part of our parent company's Nexstar Founders Day of Giving today.
KELOLAND's Ariana Schumacher joins us from outside our downtown Sioux Falls studio with the details. Good morning, Ariana.
Good morning. KELOLAND Media Group is now accepting donations for the Teddy Bear Den, an organization which helps limited income pregnant people and their children. Some of the items we're asking you to donate include baby diapers and baby wipes. We're also asking for new, unopened bottles of body wash, lotion, shampoo, and laundry detergent, as well as monetary donations. We'll be collecting all of these items until 1 p.m. in front of our studio in downtown Sioux Falls. Reporting in front of the KELOLAND Media Group building, I'm Ariana Schumacher.
Thank you, Ariana. The Storyland Children's Theater has opened its summer run in Sioux Falls. Hundreds of kids and parents attended yesterday's performance of Frumpled Fairy Tales at the McKinnon Park Bandshell. The theater company is part of Sioux Falls Parks and Rec and has been entertaining kids for more than 30 years.
We have a new children's show every week for 8 weeks. We run June and July and the first week of August, and it's just a great time for families and daycares to come out into the park, be entertained, get some energy out, and enjoy this jewel that is McKinnon Park.
Storyland Children's Theater shows are free with performances every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We've included a link with this summer's performance schedule under the story right here at KELOLAND.com.
With several events going on this weekend, you should watch out for signs of heat illness and dehydration in your children. If your child appears tired, cranky, or fatigued while outside, they may be suffering symptoms of dehydration. That's a good sign to take a break, get in the shade, and drink some water. If your child is experiencing heat cramps, they'll need electrolytes and salt, like potato chips or pickle juice, in addition to water.
If you start your tank at halfway, as the day goes on, you're going to come down. So I want you to drink a bottle of water before you go to bed and another one before you start in the morning, so you start your day at a full tank, and as you play and you get dehydrated, you can actually just stay up in higher levels.
A garden hose or a pool are good ways to quickly cool a child's body temperature. However, if your child is having changes in consciousness, seek medical attention immediately, go to the emergency room, or call 911. With those tips in mind to keep your child safe, how hot can we expect things to get across KELOLAND, Brian?
Yeah, good question. Well, I expect that 100-degree heat will be around, and if it's not that hot, it will probably feel like it. Sioux Falls area will be in the 90s starting Saturday, but we already have an excessive heat watch starting at that point, and it'll continue into Sunday and even into Monday. So, folks, you'll need to make sure, you're just paying attention to that, because after one hot day, and if you're not keeping up on staying hydrated, then you kind of fall behind. That's what usually happens when we develop problems due to heat. So, and plus, a lot of us aren't used to it. We've had little bursts of heat at times this spring, but nothing sustained for a longer period. So that's the way it looks. We'll start with today, though. Still at 86 in Sioux Falls. That's pretty fair temperature. 87 in Mitchell, and those low 90s starting to pop up from Pierre to Rapid City. Your full forecast in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, Brian. A woman was hospitalized following an encounter with a bison in Custer State Park. In a Facebook post, the park says 2 people and a dog were hiking near the Wildlife Loop Road when they surprised a small herd of bison. Authorities say it appears one of the bulls charged a dog and hit the woman. Her condition is unknown at this time. Custer State Park says the incident is an important reminder for everyone to use caution around wildlife. An anonymous tip helped police track down 3 of the 4 pit bulls believed to have attacked a 55-year-old woman in Freeman on Monday. The dogs were found in an apartment in Yankton. The 4th dog has yet to be found. Their owner, Dawson Shield, is facing a number of charges, including assault, obstruction, and keeping of vicious animals. 3 other people will also face charges. As for the 3 dogs, they're currently being held at an undisclosed location until a ruling is made by a judge.
A Minnehaha County judge believes affidavits used as a basis for search warrants against T. Denny Sanford should be made public. The order comes after the South Dakota DCI completed its child pornography investigation in May. Sanford was named as an implicated person, but the DCI later said there are no prosecutable offenses within South Dakota. The judge ordered the affidavits be stayed for 30 additional days to allow for Sanford's attorney to exercise an appeal. For the full 28-page court order and history of the case, you can find this story right here on KELOLAND.com. It has been 5 years since polygamist leader Lyle Jeffs was arrested on federal charges in Yankton for defrauding the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Now he is a free man. He is not, however, the only Jeffs brother with a connection to South Dakota. You can take a look back at three brothers, Warren, Seth, and Lyle Jeffs, in this KELOLAND.com original by Jacob Newton.
A lane closure in south central Sioux Falls may impact your commute next week. Starting on Monday, the outside eastbound lane on West 41st Street will be closed at South Summit Avenue. Crews will be working on utilities in the area. Work is expected to be done by the end of the day. Drivers are asked to use caution or take a different route.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, our hour-by-hour forecast today. Climbing into the 80s here this afternoon, a few 90s central and west. A couple of thunderstorms could develop in the Black Hills this evening. Keep an eye on that. I do expect that will be fairly isolated, though, but still getting a little signature of that. And then it looks like as we head into tomorrow, southerly winds. Yep, they're picking up speed, and they're going to be pretty widespread at 20 to 35. And with that heat around 102 at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon in Pierre, we could have a few more 100s out there. This forecast, again, giving you at least some trend lines to watch. And I do expect the heat index forecast to be pretty close to the century mark in several locations tomorrow. And if we're not quite there Saturday, we'll probably see some of that shifting eastward a bit on Sunday afternoon. So more folks in southwest Minnesota, northwest Iowa will join the ranks there of those pretty high numbers. By Monday, we're probably looking at a little more cooling in western South Dakota, and then that'll be the start of hopefully knocking down the heat at the end of the 7-day forecast. There's a sample of that wind outlook tomorrow. That means some choppy waters, you know, when it's at least 30 to 35, maybe a couple gusts more than that around Pierre. So I always like to bring that up for those of you that like to hit the lake. You're going to have to deal with some of that. And I think into Sunday as well, that wind will be steady overnight, Saturday night, and then it'll come up again, probably 20 to 35 from Yankton to Marshall on Sunday afternoon. Monday, maybe a little less wind and also a shift of that in western South Dakota. Here are the highs today: 88 in Winter, 87 degrees Mitchell, 85 in Marshall. Here come all the 90s for the weekend and into Monday. And then once we get to that point, we get to knock the temps back here a little bit. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, still warm, but in the 80s. So that's a little more reasonable. The numbers also for Aberdeen are looking plenty hot for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then looking like some thunderstorm chances could pop up Monday. We still have a lot of things to kind of go through and calculate on how many thunderstorms we're going to have around here next week. But I do think as far as cooling weather, you know, that looks pretty likely. And even though Pierre right now, we didn't put any organized thunderstorms in the forecast, we may end up adding some of that. Depends if we can get some of these to go across western South Dakota. Again, that's kind of our first thinking here is Monday would begin to cool things down quite a bit there in Rapid City. We'll find out more coverage about the weekend heat online at KELOLAND.com.